Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Monday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresko. We'll get to your top stories in just a moment, but first, as always, let's check in with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis, ready to go on this Monday. Traffic behind you doesn't look too bad today.
No, not bad at all. You know, this snowstorm, I guess if you want to call it that, was one of convenience. It started after dark, ended well before sunrise. Things seemed to be normal by the time the morning commute got underway. And now as we start to talk about the evening commute, traffic also running fine. There's a little bit of construction downtown, so watch out for that in the downtown area on I-91 and 391. But otherwise, 91 is running fine from Bernardston to Longmeadow, and from the Berkshires to the Worcester Hills. We're also looking good on the Mass Pike. Temperatures, we're melting mid to upper 30s. 39 Greenfield and Westfield, 35 in Springfield and Orange, and 37 right now in Orange in Northampton. 40 degrees right now in North Adams and 41 in Great Barrington. We've got a little breeze out of the south, and notice there's a couple of raindrops here off to our west. We could actually see a few scattered rain or snow showers here this evening and overnight. We'll talk about that and what's ahead for the rest of the week with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
The U.S. and Mexico reached an agreement to delay a 25% tariff on all Mexican imports for 1 month. In return, Mexico agreed to ramp up security at its border. The Mexican president posted on social media that Mexico will reinforce the northern border with 10,000 members of the National Guard to address drug trafficking from Mexico into the U.S., especially fentanyl. President Trump said in his own post on social media that the U.S. will continue negotiations with Mexico over border security, headed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio. MassDOT has announced the location for the future Palmer train station along the west-east rail line. MassDOT has selected south of Palmer Yard as the site of the new station. It's located about a half-mile from downtown Palmer. MassDOT says this site can accommodate ADA needs and passenger train length. Of the 9 sites considered, it has the fewest permit requirements and will be more affordable to build. The project team will begin to develop a conceptual design. They will also work with CSX and Amtrak on the feasibility of constructing the station. A Medicaid consultant who was indicted on more than 20 counts for stealing thousands of dollars from elderly nursing home victims pled guilty and was sentenced in Hampden County Superior Court. According to the Attorney General's office, Kaylee Giberson used the debit cards of the victims to make personal purchases, including products from Amazon, DoorDash, Starbucks, and Disney World, along with legal fees for a custody battle. She was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison, suspended for 5 years, and 5 years of probation. She also has to pay $40,000 in restitution to the victims. Well, crews are starting the complex job of lifting the wreckage of Flight 5432 from the Potomac River. 67 people were killed when the plane and a military helicopter collided last Wednesday. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers plans to lift wreckage in stages, a process that is expected to last 3 days. So far, 55 victims' remains have been recovered. The wreckage will be taken to a hangar for the National Transportation Safety Board to continue investigating the cause of that collision. Looks like we have an active weather week, Brian.
Yeah, you know, the middle of the week will be quiet, but we had the snow early this morning, and then the end of the week and maybe even the weekend could feature some slush and rain. Let's take a look at it with our 22 News Storm Team forecast. Our clouds and radar right now showing we've got a little bit of sunshine setting, hazy sunshine outside as we speak. Here we are at 3:45, and you can see that a couple of scattered rain showers are actually a possibility a little bit later on this evening. Let's take a look at it on the 22 News Storm Team Skycast. 5 o'clock this afternoon, dry. Then a scattered light shower possible early this evening of rain. Scattered shower at 9 p.m. rain, and there's also the chance for a couple of snow flakes or sleet pellets to mix in, especially northern Hampshire, Franklin, and northern Berkshire County. And then overnight, a couple of flurries in the Berkshires. Temperatures will be in the low 30s here early tomorrow morning. Watch out for icy surfaces on the morning commute. But it's a dry day, partly to mostly sunny and a high of 38 to 42. We cool down substantially tomorrow night. Wednesday's a dry day, and then the potential for a wintry mix here on Thursday. We'll update on 22 News at 5.
Cowboy Carter.
The 2025 Grammys were held last night in L.A. Beyonce claimed Album of the Year award for her Cowboy Carter. The superstar had been nominated for the category in previous years, but last night's win makes her the first black woman to secure the top prize in the 21st century. Kendrick Lamar won both Song and Record of the Year for his track Not Like Us, and Sabrina Carpenter won Best Pop Vocal Album for Short and Sweet. A Red Sox fan celebrated Truck Day today, an unofficial symbol of the beginning of spring training. A 53-foot truck will carry an assortment of equipment and supplies heading from Fenway Park to JetBlue Park in Florida, the Red Sox spring training facility. On board will be more than 20,000 baseballs, more than 1,000 bats, hundreds of tops, jerseys, and pants, along with 20 cases of bubble gum and 60 cases of sunflower seeds. And hey, who's counting? But 52 days until opening day. Me, I'm counting. Well, tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, we have continuing coverage on how President Trump's new tariffs will have an impact on the stock market nationwide. Plus, exterior walls have started to come up at the Springfield Crossing Center, formerly known as the Eastfield Mall in Springfield. A look at what's in store for this major commercial project, and a deeper look into the new train station in Palmer.
Live look at traffic here. You can see that traffic is running fine. I-91 north and southbound and across the pike, we're in good shape. There's a little bit of construction happening near downtown on I-391 and possibly 291 as well, so keep that in mind. But all things considered, pretty good start to the work week in terms of the evening commute. And weather is going to be quiet at least through Wednesday. We'll track it with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
Okay, Brian, thank you. And thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. Latest news and weather anytime at wwlp.com and the free 22 News app.